Hello, my friends. I'm on holidays right now visiting my parents in Ontario, and I pulled out an old Crokinole board. So I'm going to show you a new form of Crokinole, and I just call it Snap or Snap Crokinole. Instead of playing with large, flat wooden pieces, wooden discs, we're going to play with small glass stones, flat on the one side, round on the other. And you snap the pieces onto the board. You put the piece upside down and you simply snap. Now, both players on their starting turn can simply snap a piece onto the board. But on the second turn, players have to make sure when they snap a piece that at least hits another piece of either color on the board. One or more pieces of either color, or it's removed from the board. At the end of the game, you remove all of the pieces that are upside down. They don't count as points. Only the pieces that land flat on the board count for points. So when you're snapping the pieces on the board, you're trying to do it in such a way that the piece will land flat. And that just landed flat. Now on your starting turn, you're not allowed to snap your piece into the target hole. If you do, it's simply removed from the board. It doesn't count for any points. When a piece does go into the target hole on your later in the game, it simply stays in the target hole until the game is done. And you can have as many as 3 pieces in the target hole. 3 pieces can fit into the hole. And again, only the pieces in the target hole that are flat score for points. Any piece that's upside down won't count for any points. So a quick rundown, each player has 12 pieces. You snap the pieces onto the board. At the end of the game, only the pieces that are flat, laying flat on the board, count for points. When you get a piece into the target hole, you don't remove it until the end of the game. And a clarification, when you snap a piece on the board, if it happens to touch the piece inside the target hole, that counts as snapping your piece and hitting another piece on the board. So I'm just going to play a couple rounds just so you get an idea. I'm just going to play with my own color. So I snap a piece onto the board. Now I have to, on my second turn, hit this piece here. I touched it. Now snap a third piece on. So now I have 3 pieces on the board. Only this one is flat on the board, so far I only have 10 points. So that's all of the rules. It'll seem kind of lame when you first play the game until you get used to the snapping of the pieces and you're able to aim the pieces properly. When I first tried it, I didn't think it worked so well. When I went back to it the next day, it felt more natural. And now after 3 or 4 days and playing a few games with my mother, I think it's actually quite a good game that you should be able to enjoy. Thank you for listening. Go to strugglergames.com. Have a good one.